Luke, I am your father. Nah, I'm just kidding. Today, we talk about PPE, personal protective equipment in your finishing operation. Welcome to another edition of Air Power Live.
Hey there, thank you for joining us for the demonstration of the personal protective equipment, or known throughout the finishing industry and manufacturing in general as PPE. But our goal is to help you, help yourself, and possibly your employees, to protect your body both inside and out at work every day. Come home safe.
That's your job. Go home safe to your family. And the way we're going to show you today is going to help you do that.
Now first, let's take off our glasses and let's talk about inside the body. So, you know, we see masks. There's all kinds of things. There's masks. There's, you know, if you want to consider eyes inside, you want to consider anything that's inside your body. So primarily your respiration system. So let's talk about mostly what we do at Air Power to help folks, but also what they need to be thinking about in general.
Stages. First, only thing that's really required with powder coating is a dust nuisance mask. That's all it's required by OSHA, right? So, but it's a good one. It has a vent in it so that you don't have all the condensation staying on you. So that's important to have that at a minimum. That's a bare minimum.
And listen, I just want to say this. You're absolutely correct, and I know you're going to go a little deeper with this, but I cannot tell you enough how many times I've been in manufacturing operations where you have powder coating or sanding, either one going on, where nobody is wearing respiration, where you have two lines of powder coming straight out of the nostrils down to the top of the lip, and they're ready to go home after breathing that all day long. You do not want to do that. Taking and ingesting dust over and over again from that same source is going to get in your lungs and cause issues. Powder is the same way. Powder is not rated with VOCs. It's not toxic, but you don't want to breathe it, just like you don't want to breathe drywall dust, which is a very similar cousin to the powder coating spray. So you just need to be careful. Don't breathe it. Take care of your lungs.
Long-term exposure, folks. It's all about long-term. So when we come off of the dust respirator, then when we can come into an organic respirator that people are used to, that spray liquids to protect themselves
with solvents and VOCs.
Solvents and stuff. You put this on, you snap it in. One of the issues there that people run into with that is that if you have a beard like Travis does, it's not going to seal. And a lot of your OSHA and your in-house people, right? Your in-house people that you have there at your shop are going to require a fit test. And they take the ammonia thing like they used to do for boxers. They break it open and you smell it and you see if you can smell any of that ammonia, because this takes that out. You don't smell any of that with that. So if that doesn't fit well because of facial hair, then you can go to a couple of other things to help with that. There are the fuller masks that go around you that have a little bit more coverage for somebody like a goatee that's trimmed up. But like for Travis, you're going to have to get into a hood, right, that we showed you at the beginning of the video, that'll have a bib in the front, a bib in the back, that tucks down in your suit. That is maximum protection from you. When you use this, it can be through a battery powered pack on the back that filters out and down to HEPA filtration, very high filtration, or you can do it through a grade D breathable air system that uses your compressed air or a free air pump outside of the spray area to bring you fresh grade D as in David breathable air. It has 3 stages of filtration in it. It utilizes particulate and moisture, coalescing to take the oils out from your compressor, and a charcoal filter to take the taste and the odor out. and it also has a carbon monoxide monitor, so that if someone parks a forklift near your compressor or a vehicle, it will sense that, it will alarm, you will stop using what you're doing, and you won't be harmed by that. Another thing that goes along with this is a couple of things that are important for that, right? One, it's going to be hot in the summertime, and if you're really cold in your environment, we can do that too, but this is called a cool tube. You put that in from your compressed air source, you come through here, it lowers the temperature by 30 degrees. We also have these that are dual purpose, that you can heat with it or cool with it, up to about 30 degrees, so it helps the operator comfort level, and if the operator's comfortable, you get a better quality paint job throughout the day. They stay more viable, they're happier, they're not so tired and fighting their environment, right? As part of this, you also have a wide belt that helps to manage all of this stuff, so you're not fighting that and it's not pulling back on your head. It's all taken care of. There's an adjustable strap in here, click, 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 to your size. There's sweatbands that go along with that. You can wear glasses underneath it, but you don't have to worry about facial hair and any kind of leakage that would come from around an item like this.
And these also come in hard hat type hoods, where if you're in an operation like a sandblasting operation and you need that extra protection, you don't need something so thin. There are those units that are also, the air pumping in. What I do want to stress is that the connectors that connect these types of units to the breathing air to these suits.
It'll come in here, it'll come from here, must be separate, must be.
And they are different connectors than your standard connectors that come from your air compressor lines, and there's a reason for that. You can die from the inhalation from the air source coming from simply a standard line, a standard hose coming from an air compressor. And these units use a different set of connections so that you'll never accidentally go and connect the wrong thing in your plant, so that you always have that clean air. And these units will notify you, sometimes with an alarm, if you've reached a limit or you're in a danger zone for your air, so that there is no chance of you having a bad air, dangerous intake situation.
Down to the parts per million. We're registering parts per million. 10 parts per million, and that's your threshold here in the States. So what we want to do is make sure that you understand that these are levels of protection that are available for you. I want to go a little bit further on what Travis said, because it's uber important. This fitting that comes out of here, it's a quick disconnect, just like you have in your shop for your tools and everything else, your blow-off nozzles and all that. It cannot be the same as anything else in your shop. Your shop may have, for an explosion environment, for whatever reason, may have nitrogen hooked up that you run tools into a certain location. You wouldn't want to hook yourself up to nitrogen. There's no oxygen there. You're going to pass out. And if nobody's around, you're going to end up being there and you're going to die. So very important that this quick disconnect is totally separate than anything else in your shop. It just depends on what you have in your shop. Talk to your account manager. Let them help you choose that. One other thing with this is that from the box unit, from this unit out to the hood, has to be the same brand. So from the hose to the nose has to be the same brand.
Not because we said so.
That's OSHA.
That's OSHA.
So you're going to have a rubber hose that goes to here. It has to be the same brand as this. This happens to be Bullard, one of our partners, and then this is Bullard, one of our partners, so you want a Bullard hose to connect these two.
Yep.
That's just
and
the way it
fittings.
is. And your cool tube has to be Bullard. So everything in line downstream of the filtration and monitoring system has to be the same brand, okay? No matter whose brand it is, it has to be the same brand.
If you need help with PPE, if you want to talk to Air Power, please call us at 800-334-1001 or visit us online at airpower-usa.com, Or, even better, head over to your favorite social media channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We've got channels in all of those. We're located in all of those. So we'd love to see you. We've got a lot of videos posted, a lot of articles posted, and reach out to us. We'd be glad to help.
See you next time.